All right. 3, 2, 1. Are you an AI maximalist? What's up, everyone? It's America Plus. I'm your host, Cole McCormick. It's another week, another episode. What's going on, everybody? It's Sunday, March 30th, 4:48 in the PM. What's going on, y'all? Happy to be here. Happy to see you. It's a beautiful day to be alive, y'all. It's wonderful to see you. We are here again, streaming live on YouTube, but we're on X. We're live in all the podcast apps. We're just having a hell of a good time, y'all. I'm really enjoying the live stream. It's been a good time. And so we're doing this every week, every Sunday, usually in like the later afternoons, earlier evenings. So if you can get here, if you're online anytime in that time, I would love to see you every Sunday. This episode, okay, we need to talk about like the biggest headlines, right? The biggest headline. And I wanted to focus on AI. Okay, so clearly the biggest headline in AI is Elon bought his own company. Like, what, dude? So xAI made this huge announcement about so Elon put out this massive tweet of like, xAI has acquired X in an all-stock transaction. The combination values xAI at 80 billion and X at 33 billion. Oh my god, yes, yay, oh my god, yay, it's so exciting. So people are sort of hyped about that, but sort of not hyped about that. Elon goes on to say that since its founding 2 years ago, xAI has rapidly become one of the leading AI labs in the world, building models and data centers at unprecedented speed at scale. Well, that's how Elon laughs. X is the digital town square where more than 600 million active users go to find real-time source of ground truth, and in the last 2 years has been transformed into one of the most efficient companies in the world, positioning it to deliver scalable future growth. xAI and X's futures are intertwined. Today, we officially take the step to combine the data, models, compute, distribution, and talent. This combination will unlock immense potential by blending xAI's advanced AI capability and expertise. X's massive reach. The combined company will deliver smarter, more meaningful experiences to deliver of people while staying true to our core mission of seeking truth and advancing knowledge. This will allow us to build a platform that doesn't just reflect the world, but actively accelerates human progress. Incredible, Elon. So what a round of applause for your plugging in. Somebody who had the best tweet down here. Somebody had the best tweet. I saw it. Oh yeah, right here. Autism Capital. You plugged in you plugged in the power stick to the power stick. So round of applause, y'all. Round of applause for Elon doing the impossible. Elon really did that shit, y'all. He really did that. xAI buying X is it's interesting. I thought it was already a thing as well. I thought it was already happening. Wasn't the entire situation of Elon buying Twitter already a discussion about him training the xAI from Twitter? That's already been a discussion. So I thought they were already sort of commingling to a certain degree, but I guess some things changed. But you know, the interesting thing about this is I think Elon's like one of like the strongest guys. He's like one of the strongest entrepreneurs. You know, if I could like suck his dick for a second, Elon is pretty good at everything that he does. And him doing this is definitely, I mean, I think Grok is better than Meta's AI. Like no one's using the AI in Instagram. A lot of people are enjoying OpenAI, but the only people who are enjoying OpenAI is the people actually like paying for it. And so when it comes to that aspect, it's like, how many of these AI products are being enjoyed by the normal consumer at an affordable price? Okay. And this gets into a question of what are you paying for? And what are these AIs actually doing? And Elon is making the really interesting move of centralizing the entire situation. Um, Google is trying to put AI in all of their products, specifically YouTube. You know, because X and Twitter is a social media. Um, the companies that are trying to use the social media alongside AI, that is a clear that's a clear benefit. You know, that's a clear, like, if I was in charge of the business, I would want to train my AI on my social media that I own. But Instagram's not doing that. Facebook's not doing that. Google cannot do that with YouTube, as if like YouTube is a social media or something. I think X is the one true social media that can give an AI any valuable data, so that that can be trained on. And so I think this is a really interesting move. First of all, I think it's the most autistic move as well. Like, you bought your own company. The company that you own bought your own company. It's pretty autistic, dude. But I respect it. I respect the autists, and so I'm just gonna let it be. I'm not one to poo-poo AI. I'm not one to think that this is, like, no good, or it's, like, not working at all. You know, like, some people, like Adam Curry, inventor of podcasting, he thinks AI is, like, it's no good, it's just not working. I don't think that Adam Curry hates AI, but people like Adam Curry are definitely just, they're calling out the hype cycle, and they think the hype cycle is gonna, just go down. The entire hype bubble will pop soon. Um, I don't think this is that kind of a situation, because when it comes to AI, you're sort of compressing all data, and you're compressing that data into um, specific what's it called, outputs, and that output is the product. So I use Mid Journey to create all the episode images for my podcast, and that's taking all the information, all the image information, and compressing it into their own model. And the reason I like Mid Journey is because of that type of output, the way that they use that compressed data. I'm not interested in using Meta's AI because, you know, I don't trust it. I don't like it. I've used it a little bit here and there. It doesn't seem smooth. It doesn't seem clean. It doesn't seem up to date. Um, the same thing with OpenAI. I've only used ChatGPT like a handful of times. Like when it first came out, I used it to make a short story one time, like in the very early days, like literally in the first like few months of it being out. I wrote a short story. Um, but the information is only up to date to, like, a certain point, and what I think needs to happen is, like, these things need to be real time. These things need to be, like, up to date to the hour, to the minute, dude, and, X is the only situation where that can actually happen. So, I think Elon's smart by doing this. I think he's a little autistic doing it, but I think this is the right move ultimately. I think it's gonna work. There's a potential risk. The potential risk is that all AI just like falls apart, dude. Um, what's like the ratio? What's the probability on that? The over under on AI falling apart? I'm gonna take the under on. I don't think it's gonna fall apart. I think AI is here to stay. I don't think the AI bubble is going to pop. If there is a bubble, like they always talk about bubbles in terms of like the financial stocks, and like people stop getting super hot on it. And everyone likes to point to the .com bubble. Um, but the reality of the .com bubble is that the internet just continued, and the internet became what it is, and what we all know it to be now. And so if there is some sort of financial bubble popping, um, I don't think that's gonna be the end of AI. I think it's just gonna be like the marketplace deciding which AIs are the real valuable ones. In the .com crisis, people chose Google to be valuable. People chose, Microsoft to be valuable within the computers. People, you can just go back to that history. And we're moving through this history right now. The AI is interesting because the amount of things that we can compress is almost limitless. I think about Elon's like other companies, right? Elon, he has a rocket company, he has that Neuralink. Isn't it possible that you can take a Neuralink and with all the data the Neuralink is taking in, you can give it to the AI and that can somehow improve itself, that can somehow help the person who is using the Neuralink. I'm not a neurologist. I'm not one of these scientists working with these companies, but I'm just imagining a scenario where the compression of data where then you're seeking a specific output can be beneficial for all companies and all industries. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Like, we're already seeing AI being used in Hollywood. We're already seeing it like the company Lionsgate. That's the company that owns Hunger Games and John Wick. They made a specific deal with who with Runway. Runway's making a Lionsgate specific AI model so that it can be trained on John Wick images and trained on Hunger Games stuff, and so that when they go and make another movie, their post production will be more efficient and it'll be easier to execute. And I think that's smart, okay? And we're already seeing that right now today. And that leads me to think that, it's not that impossible. There's a lot of other things that Elon has done that seemed more impossible. So when it comes to AI, like making AI work, I think AI will work because of Elon's track record. Elon's already made the most successful electric car company. Elon's already made a freaking brain chip that is helping paraplegics live their life better. Elon saved 2 astronauts from space. Elon, what else has Elon done? I'm not sure if I agree with this one point, but Elon saved free speech. I sort of agree with that, but I sort of don't. But regardless, that was a massive thing. That was a massive like culture shift when Elon bought Twitter. And so there were things that everyone has said that was impossible for Elon to do. And when it comes to the AI realm, it seems pretty clear that Elon will be able to make AI work. And if we're to take Elon for his word, Elon has been one of, if not the only, billionaire and mega entrepreneur who makes an active effort to talk about the betterment of humanity. Whenever Jeff Bezos talks about Amazon, he just talks about like efficiency. He talks about convenience. He talks about, just the game of building a company. But when Elon talks about building companies and doing these things, he seems to have a real effort, a real revereness to the human race. And so, if I were to believe him, do I want to believe that he loves humans? Yes, I do want to believe that. I think there are billionaires and tech people who do not like humanity, who do not care about these things. And there are absolutely people in the tech industry who want to use AI to replace humans. This is something that is incredibly true. I'm not trying to go down conspiracy lane right now, but it is clear to me that there are dark entities who want to use AI for the worst, for the worst scenario possible. And they want to use AI to control you. They want to use AI to manipulate you and to scare you. And I think Elon doesn't want to scare you. I think Elon wants to give tools to people to help themselves. This is my opinion. And that's my hope, at least. I could be wrong. I totally could be wrong, but I don't think I am. It's just it's as simple as that. So AI working is, I think it's on par of the course to get going. And I have a couple of clips to share. So along with this discussion of will AI work? Like, is it probable? Is it useful at all? There's this YouTuber that I've been following named David Shapiro that I want to share right now. David Shapiro, he mainly talks about about AI, like broad spectrum, like big picture. David Shapiro is one of these like deep thinkers. I like him personally, and I got two clips to share. And the first clip that I want to share is about what he calls AI maximalism. Okay. And so just hear him talk about what is AI maximalism.
The point of AI maximalism is that you want to saturate all domains with AI as much as possible. Uh, Basically, think about electricity. Like, we're not saying, oh, electricity needs to be regulated. It needs to be, there's only certain places that you can use it. It should only be used in hospitals, but not in libraries or schools. Like, that would be really absurd. And that's really kind of the level of discourse that's happening right now. Is people like, well, I don't know, AI, maybe we shouldn't use it in government, maybe we shouldn't use it in schools, maybe we shouldn't use it in entertainment, which in the long view of history is going to seem like a really stupid like conversation. And so when you compare it to technologies like, I don't know, computers or electronics or electricity itself, there's basically no limit. So why don't we just cut to the chase and say that AI will eventually be everywhere? So why don't we just go ahead and make that the official policy?
AI maximalism. Do you agree with that? Should we just let AI just be everywhere? Should you as an individual make an effort to put AI everywhere in your life, in your business, and your health? David Shapiro, this guy's interesting for one reason. His health was able to be like saved, and almost he had a bunch of like health issues revolving around his gut, like his gut biome, his digestion. And for years, he had doctors not able to like help him out in like a real way. But he gave AI. I forget which AI it was, but he pretty much put all of his health data into the AI, and the AI was able to give him a few probable outcomes, like a few possible diagnoses. And some of these diagnoses were things that his doctor did not bring up. He brought them up to his doctor because of the AI, and sure enough, they tested for one of them, and the diagnosis that the AI had was accurate. It was factual. And so when it comes to that, like his life was literally benefited by this tool, by these tools. And that's really interesting. And so he's an AI maximalist. It's a philosophical stance for this to be integrated into every possible domain of human activity without limitation, dude. This is different from some sort of safety conversation, because some people want to say that AI is dangerous and we should focus more on the safety. Um, what is safety? We've already been at war. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean safety? Like, there's already been endless wars. We already have nuclear bombs. Um, so I'm not really into like the AI safety, simply because humans have already been harming humans. And the last thing I'm going to do is be afraid of a freaking computer or some sort of software. That just seems ridiculous to me. So, um, I am approaching to be an AI maximalist myself. I'm already sort of a Bitcoin maximalist, even though I'm not that aligned with it. I'm sort of aligned with it. I can acknowledge that Bitcoin is like the best money, but I'm not like obsessed with it being the money for everything. Um, I sort of go back and forth on that every single week. I like it, and then I don't like it, and then I care about it, then I sort of care about it. But the AI maximalism, I'm using it a lot more. And this could be just a season that I'm just like in right now of being obsessed with something, and then I won't be soon. But I think AI maximalism is something to be more discussed, because I'm using it more personally. I'm using it more to help me make my images. I'm using it more to brainstorm ideas for podcast episodes and for short stories and for just like new podcasts, because that's just what I like to do. I like to think about that. Um, and so it's one of these things of, do you agree with that general concept? And what are you doing to accomplish that? Do you really agree with that? The next clip I have to share of him is this idea of like a cultural movement. Where do you find yourself within the culture of AI, within the discussion and the broad levels of these things? Um, just hear him describe these things.
We're going to build a cultural movement around AI maximalism. So there's doomerism, which I've been talking about. There's accelerationism, which was the answer to doomerism. So doomerism said it's dangerous, shut it all down. Accelerationism said no, it's not, go faster, right? And so in terms of other cultural movements, Brian Johnson's "Don't Die" movement, I think, dovetails nicely with an AI maximalist movement, because guess what? One of the things that Brian Johnson has used to form his movement is AI. He's like, if the AI can make better health decisions than I can, I'm going to do what the AI says. That was literally like at the very beginning of his movement, before it was called "Don't Die," because I've been following him for a while. Like, he's popped up on my radar because he was adjacent to the AI space. And so it's like, all right, so we have the neo-Luddites, we have the doomers, we have the accelerationists, and now we have the maximalists, which is AI should just be everywhere. AI should saturate everything in your life, and not just in your life, but also in all of society. Not all of it's going to work, but we need to try. And by creating that narrative, by just saying I'm an AI maximalist, that's something you can identify as, right? Because I never really identified as an accelerationist, because, like, you know, they're a little bit culty, and the doomers are a little bit culty, and the AI safety people are a little bit culty. Everyone's a little bit culty, right? Brian Johnson is a little bit culty. So, like, I'm just like, heck with it. I'll make my own cult. AI maximalist. There you go.
Just make your own cult, right? That's just it's pretty fun, right? That can be pretty easy. I think that's something interesting to think about because, um, first of all, I don't want to be negative about much. You know, I only want to speak truth to things. And so if I'm going to call out something as negative, I want it to be true. I don't think it's true that AI is a negative thing for society, because I can see real possibilities for real benefits. I want my mom to use AI more for her business and for her practice. I want my sisters to use AI to help them figure out ideas for business and to help them on their health journeys. I want doctors to use AI to help diagnosis. I want my bosses to use AI to figure out a better way to schedule people to be more efficient within their company, and AI is affecting business. AI is affecting health in every way. Um, I'm even using AI for my own for my own health stuff. I spoke about it a few weeks ago, using Grok to track and help my fitness numbers and my food. I haven't been that consistent with it in the last week, just because it's my birthday. I sort of took a break from dieting, but I'm getting back on that horse. Just imagine, just instead of paying for some health app, you're that gives you some arbitrary one size fits all like information. What if you could actually have information tailored to you, tailored to your body, to your numbers, and what you're interested in eating? The AI will help you accomplish that. That's what I've seen in my experience. um so I think this is a good thing. I think I'm an AI maximalist. I'm going to do my best to implement AI into most, if not all, aspects of my life. Not my relationship, or maybe I should put it in my relationships. Like, hey, I just said this to my girlfriend. What should I say next? Like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But mainly in terms of business and health, that's really where I'm thinking about. I would like an AI to help me run a business. I think that'd be cool. I think that would help me be more efficient. And I think the government should use AI, because I think the government should be more efficient as well. I'm totally aligned with Doge. I'm totally aligned with that entire situation with MAGA and Maha, and everything that's going on over there. So, do I agree with AI maximalism? Yes. Do I care about the safety of things? Yes and no. Like, I'm not in charge of these things, so I don't really need to care. I just need to care about my own safety. I need to care about my own health, and like that's my responsibility. You know, if you're a normal person like me, like if you're not in charge of a billion, like tens of billions of dollar company, then I don't think you need to be worried if your product or if AI is helping people thrive. You know, you need to worry about if you're thriving. You know, that's the real truth. So, um, yeah, but, you know, it's as simple as that. I think AI is going to be as ubiquitous as electricity. You know, I don't see why it wouldn't be. If AI can do so many things right now, imagine what it will be able to do next year. You know, don't even think about 5 years from now. Like, just think about next year. Next year is going to be nuts. Like, we thought 2023 was crazy. We thought 2024 was crazy. Like, dude, 2025, like, we're barely a quarter into 2025. And AI just continues to take over. Um, I think this is leading up to the singularity. I think this is leading up to, you know, humans will now this is interesting. Humans will, or like I guess a select few of humans will give up their humanness for this technology. And I want to be clear that that is not what I'm advocating for. I'm definitely on the side of humans. I'm on the side of the human spirit and to help people embody their pure humanness. There's a book I started reading. Let me pull up this photo right here. There's a book called Pure Human that just came out. It's by this guy named Greg Braden. I really like Greg. He's a really good author. Where's the screenshot? Do I have the screenshot? Yeah, right here. So here's, if you can see this, Pure Human by Greg Braden. I'm listening to the audiobook. Pretty much he's talking about this conversation between transhumanism, which is combining your which is combining your humanity. This is my cat ruining my podcast. Hello, Blue. Um, Greg Braden is talking about giving up your entire humanity and going, like, allowing the technology to take over you. And you should not choose that. You should choose your spirit. You should choose your humanity. You should embody yourself deeper into your own spirit and your humanness, which is something I'm absolutely aligned with. And I want to use AI to help me be a more efficient human being. I want to use AI to help my humanness thrive. I don't want to give up anything. You know, I only want to gain. I only want to gain. I'm a person who thinks a lot about spirit and souls, and you know, I'm very focused on spirituality right now, just because of my current place in life. And I think it's a conversation that needs to go deeper as well. And I'll talk about that more on the podcast. But as technology thrives and as technology and AI take over, the conversation with spirit, with spirituality, will also need to be discussed deeper. Because one thing that I'm using AI for is to talk about these spiritual topics. I think we're past the point of atheists saying that God is dead and God doesn't exist. I think we're past. I think we're all past Sam Harris, and I also think we're all past Jordan Peterson as well. I think we're in a totally different realm that none of these people have been able to discuss things before. Like Jordan Peterson talks about the metaphors of the Bible. And Sam Harris wants to talk about the practicalities of meditating every day. And where I'm trying to come from is I want to be the most, I want to maximize, I want to maximize my spirit and my effort with the best tools available. And what I'm seeking is objective truth. I believe that truth is objective. And I hope that AI, specifically Grok, can get there. You know, like that's something that Elon has talked about as well. Um, to benefit humanity and to be objectively true, to find truth, to figure out the secrets of the universe. You know, Grok, just the name Grok, that's a reference to some sci-fi book. That means to understand. Grok means to understand. And so I think I'm always grokking. I think that's why that's why I'm super into Grok. So I want to maximize everything I do as a human with AI. I do not want to replace myself with AI. That's something that is unhealthy. And so where do you find yourself in that conversation? Do you want to replace yourself with AI? Do you think that it's necessary for humans to transition fully with technology? Or do you think it's something to be avoided and only something to be used as a tool to help yourself thrive? Because I'm going to Grok with like Bible questions, spirit questions. I'm going to Grok about just giving it my experience, giving it my perspective, sharing what books I'm reading, and trying to like combine different things. I'm trying to use the AI how I think, or how at least I want to think, and the AI is able to get there a bit faster. And so it's all speeding up. I think everything is speeding up. And we've had real time communication. We've had like instant communication for decades now. We've had instant news cycles for a while now. It's getting to a point where we're gonna get instant verification on information, and you're gonna have to be aligned with the consensus. And right now, what I see going on with AI is that there are companies that are trying to go for the land grab on consensus. This goes into the conversation of AIs being woke, like the Black George Washington from the Google AI. That's a consensus. That's like a version of these models creating a certain type of history. And that's a blatant example. It doesn't have to be that blatant, that incredibly wrong. It could be subtle. The future of these things is the truth will be manipulated in subtle ways. And what I hope to happen is, people will be able to verify information, and that verification will be able to be dispersed instantly. That's the only way that we can get to truth, is if we refine, and verify. We need to refine and verify to get to the truth. And that needs to happen on a technical level. That needs to happen on a metaphysical level, on a spiritual level, on a informational level. It just needs to happen everywhere. On a business level, this concept of doing things because, like, if it's not fixed, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Just going along with the common path because that's how it's always been. You can't really do that nowadays. You're gonna have to innovate. You're gonna have to think differently. You're gonna have to do things a bit differently than how they have been doing, because of the times. You got to be nimble. You got to be vigilant, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay on top of that. So, tell me what you think of that. Do you have any input on the spiritual side of AI? Do you have any input on Elon and is he actually helping humanity? Am I wrong on that? And do you think this whole thing will just fall apart, dude? Please let me know. But that's all the value I got, y'all. We're going to head on into the value for value section. America Plus is a value for value show. What that means is I come forward, I'm on this feed, and I try to bring about interesting conversations that I think are helpful for humanity. America Plus is about, just thinking about the hopeful future of America through spiritual optimism, contrarian innovation, just trying to get there with our thoughts, trying to get there with the conversation. And there's a few ways that you can support America Plus. That's time, talent, and treasure. If you're online right now, if you're listening to the live stream, give me a retweet, give me a comment down below. Just engage in whatever way you can. That's your time. That's your talent. Thank you so much for hanging out. I want to hear your thoughts. And the last part is treasure. If you want to help me out financially, I got a PayPal. That's in the podcast description. It's on my podcast website. And you can also support me through the Fountain.fm app.
Go to value4value.info for more info. Then download the Fountain.fm app. It's the best way to support the show.
Okay, so Fountain is my favorite modern podcasting app. This is a podcast app that lets you send Bitcoin, like small bits of Bitcoin called Satoshis, to people. You can support me through that. That's like my favorite way to get supported. You can send in what's called a boostagram. Okay, a boostagram is when you send in some sats and you have a message attached to it. I got a couple boostergrams from last week coming in from the last episode, number 153, talking about JFK, 9/11. That was a cool episode. We got this first boostergram coming in from at Yodel. What up, Yodel? He sends in a beautiful 300 Satoshis. And what he has to say is, wild clip with Lutnick about 9/11. Yeah, bro.
Boosting is loving.
Yeah, that's a reference to last week. I was talking about that the all-in interviews with some of Trump's cabinet, specifically Howard Lutnick. Go back to episode 153. Listen to Lutnick share his 9/11 story. This man lost 658 people during 9/11. Literally 70% of Howard Lutnick's company was murdered during 9/11, and he somehow figured out a way to move forward. So super inspiring story, super good episode. So thank you, Yodel. Thank you so much for that. Give me a little
boost.
Hell yeah. And then the next one, the last one comes in from at Pies, our boy at Pies. He sends in his normal 420 sats, 420. And what he has to say is value for value. Yeah, baby.
And now, as the French say, it is time for le boost.
That's right, dude. Thank you to all those people who wanted to send in some Satoshis. Those are the people, dude. That's the America Plus crew. That's the America Plus crew. Get involved with this. Get in line with it. Give me a retweet. Give me a comment. Give me a boostagram. Follow me on Nostr as well if you want to zap my posts on Nostr. That's another way that you can engage with me. And just keep hanging out with me, dude. Yeah, dude. That's value for value. I think value for value is like the main way people will be making money from their audience and just like producing content. You know, value for value is just, it's more of a relationship. It's a direct relationship between me and you. And that's what I'm really looking for. America Plus. If America Plus is about better conversations, please have this conversation with me. Please engage with it because your voice matters. And I'm going to be reading your boostagram on air. And I think it'll just be beneficial for everybody. To wrap things up, what I want to do now, I always play a song. I'm not sure if you'll hear it on the X stream, but you'll definitely hear it on the audio stream. I always play a value for value song. So let me just hang on. Let me switch my camera here so you know what I'm looking at. The value for value song. I love going to Wave Lake for this type of music. So Wave Lake is cool because all the musicians who are posting on Wave Lake, they have a Bitcoin wallet synced up to their song. And I always give the artist a 90% split when I publish the episode. So if you're listening to this song when the episode is published, this guy named R.O. Shapiro is getting 90% of your Satoshi donation. And I want to play this song I heard earlier. It's called A Song to the Sunset. Enjoy. That's America Plus, bitch. Stay free. Boom. Boom, shakalaka. And that's how you do it, y'all. So that was America Plus. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to stop this live stream, end the broadcast. La 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 la. La 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 la. All right, so now y'all are just gonna hang out with me because I'm pretty sure I did everything right. Unlike last week. Last week was a total fuck up on the audio side. I thought I was live streaming the audio and then I wasn't, and then I had to like do like a freaking I had to do a replay of the X stream, but just stream the audio live. And that was just absolutely ridiculous. Just totally stupid. So I think I did it right this time. What I'm doing now, I'm waiting on confirmation for my for my podcast host. I need my podcast host to verify that I'm all good to go into it. What'd you think of that, y'all? I don't have a chat on here. I don't have a chat thing, but did you enjoy that? Do you think that's interesting? I really want to know. I really, really want to know. Do 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 do. File new. Create new. Whoa. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So I know, like, for some reason the stream doesn't come through. Like, do YouTube videos come through on the live stream? I don't think they do. But you guys want to watch YouTube with me? This is my YouTube. Star Wars economic podcasts and Fortnite tutorials and Ozempic. Great. There's nothing interesting here. Do 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 do. All right, this says it's good. Let's do a refresh. Give me a little down. Nice. Give me a little download action. All right, so now you're all going to see how I do this edit. We are editing it. Do 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 do. Just a little trim. A little trimmy trim. Luckily, I don't have anything embarrassing on my computer so I wouldn't be sharing my screen if I did.
We're going to build a cultural movement around AI maximalism. So there's doomerism, which I've been talking about. There's
Plus episode 154, right? Yo, if you're 1. Are you an AI maximalist? All right. 3, 2, 1. Are you? All right. That's where we started. Are you an AI maximalist? Are you an AI? There we go. For America Plus, if America Plus is about better conversations,
Sky is gray.
that's America Plus, bitch. Stay free. Let me just do a little second edit. Let me just make sure this is. Whoa. I don't like how. That's America Plus, bitch. That's America Plus, bitch. Stay free. There we go. Please don't stop, please don't stop the music. Please don't stop, please don't stop the music. Oh, okay. Maybe when do I stop the live stream? So if there's a better way to edit my podcast, let me know. I throw it in GarageBand, then I send it to iTunes, and then I upload the MP4A, and then I hit publish. Yeah. Ba-dum-bum. I don't know any other way. I haven't used any other audio software than GarageBand. I don't see the point. I'm not like super hyper vigilant on the editing or the sound, or like I just want the sound that's coming in from my microphone to be the sound. Are you an AI? Show and finder. 154. Go back to pod home. Hit exit there. Oh, whoop. Nope. We're gonna replace the media. Hola, sir. So what Podhome does, I like Podhome for a podcast hosting service, because the AI just does everything for me. So I'm uploading the audio right now, and then the Podhome AI is about to automatically create a transcript. It's going to automatically create chapters. It's going to automatically create audio clips. It's going to automatically, what else does it do? Make a description and some title options. So we'll see what the title options are. We'll see if it's good. I never usually use the title options. I always go with my own in-brain title. But I always use like most of the description. I cut down the description. I always use the chapters. I just let the chapters be the chapters. So, because I see no point in like doing anything different. Why would I? If it can make chapters for me, why would I make the chapters myself? It just takes too much time. Got 36 people here. I've already recorded, y'all. You're just watching me upload now. Wait, let's just go to X. Let's just scroll on X, dude. That's a good idea. Let's just scroll. What's Elon doing now? Elon's at some convention. Oh, great. Elon's a dude. Great. Wow. That's how you stop fascism, guys, by doing the electric slide. We got Ye up here. Ye says he doesn't have a problem with Kendrick Lamar, but took issue with how they used him and how he claimed to be number one. Because that's incredibly inaccurate. What Ye just said is incredibly inaccurate. This idea of a jealous God is no good. It's not right. It's not accurate. He loves going to Japan, but Japan is a bunch of Buddhists, and Buddhists don't see God as a jealous God. Buddhists see God as like everything on earth is an expression of God. That's, to my understanding, that's how I'm pretty sure that's how Buddhists think of God. Ye is trapped in this idea of this unhealthy Christian ideology that God is angry and jealous. No, 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 no. That's not true, dude. The gods who are angry and jealous are angry and jealous of the true power of God. And that's why they're jealous. Why the fuck would God be jealous of you? Why the fuck would God be jealous of anything? That doesn't make any sense. I pray for Ye. I really pray for Ye. I want him to find peace. But him being a jealous God, and he's always compared himself to God, but he's back into comparing himself to some unhealthy version of God that doesn't even exist. The beings that came to earth that pretended to be God are the ones who are jealous. The beings who pretended to be God is Lucifer and Satan. Like these beings are you can't be all loving and also be jealous. You know, the Bible says God is love, and Jesus says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. How can you love someone who's jealous? How can you love someone who's angry? You can barely do that. So it's Ye's that breaks my heart, dude. Awesome. Fuck Jay-Z. All right. Episode's up. Elon Musk's bold AI move. AI maximalism, embracing the future with Elon Musk. That's a good one. The intersection of AI and social media. AI everywhere. Unlocking. Kind of like this one. AI maximalism. Now we're just going to keep AI maximalism. We'll just do that. Cole McCormick. Good Lord. Dives into the latest headlines. Groundbreaking move of xAI acquiring X in a massive all-stock transaction. And the conversation touches on the potential of AI to accelerate human progress in the world of social media and training AI models. Expressing, I don't need this. The episode also explores the concept of AI maximum philosophical stance, advocating for the integration of AI to all domains. Cultural moments surrounding AI, doomerism, accelerationism. Yeah, we'll do this. Cole shares insights from YouTuber David Shapiro. Cool. That looks good. We got the episode art. I already got it. We already got it. This is what I made. I made this in Midjourney. I think it's pretty cool. I thought it looked badass. Ooh, this was cool. Male. Cool. Hyper-realistic cinematic photography. Biochemical landscape stretches all directions. That's interesting. Biomechanical. It's pretty cool. Let's give it a like. I wish I could. No, I did save it. That's cool too. That's cool. Flying puppet horses supported by sticks. It looks cool, but I don't think it did what it did. Whoa. Photo of a female Asian wearing chrome armor standing in Korean rule with her white border collie dog, old Japanese movie style. That's badass. That's so badass. Duck. Let me do this. PayPal. What just happened? Let's link the X. Ba-da-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's it. We'll save it. We got to do. This is how I put the music in the podcast. We got to add a new time split. This song is called "A Song to the Sunset." It's by R.O. Shapiro. R.O. Shapiro. Nope. I got to enter it manually. Need to copy and paste some things. So this is what I do. I got to copy and paste some like technical podcast details so I can attach the song's RSS feed to my RSS feed. URL. Now there's an item GUID. Boom, 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 boom. 90. Duration is 432. It shows up. Have this conversation with me. Please engage with it because a song to the sunset. Enjoy.
Say it one.
3811. Boom. Then we save it. Then we add that split to the chapters. Boom. Let's check the transcript. It always messes up my name. Cole McCormick. Because I mumble. Perfect. All right, and that's how I do that. We're going to save changes, and we're going to publish now. Go to your modern podcast app and listen to that, y'all. Stream's over.